Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this video. This is News and Views by Doug. And I just want to thank you for coming to this channel and watching the video, and hopefully you'll subscribe, you'll hit the like button. And basically what this channel is about is my observations and opinions on world events, politics, and pretty much anything else I feel like talking about. Now, here in San Diego County, in the city of Escondido, on May 20th in the early afternoon, a 69-year-old male Army vet, his name is Kerry Sharon. He's known for decorating his house or his fence line with pro-President Trump banners and American flags. He's been doing it for a couple of years, and I mean, he's literally got his entire front property covered. And there's been some vandalism. Some people have been upset, and they don't like the display because they don't like President Trump or they don't like the American flag. So on this day, on Monday, May 20th, one of their neighbors, and we're not sure how far down the street this man lived, but a man by the name of Thomas Caleb Butler, 32 years old. Now, he's supposed to be a U.S. Navy vet suffering from severe PTSD. And the question that begs is, he hasn't been reported as a special ops, Navy SEAL. So it makes you wonder what kind of PTSD he's suffering from, and where did he get the PTSD? Apparently he's out of a job and he stays at home, and he's one of these guys, schizophrenia, where everybody's out to get him. Well, apparently he attacked the old man, Kerry Sharon. He attacked him in front of his house and beat him to the point of the old man's not expected to live. I'm going to warn you ahead of time. Here's an image of the man in the hospital, the victim, and it's pretty graphic. So I'm going to warn you right now, if you don't want to look, jump forward. Now, this Navy vet, the suspect, here's the image of him. He attacked him and again severely beat him. He was interrupted in the attack by a utility worker who happened to be on the street and see it. And even the utility worker suffered injuries. And Butler ran off, and the police were able to find him, and he was identified as the attacker. And he's been arrested on attempted murder charges. Now, the New York Post, also operating as the California Post, interviewed the wife of the victim. And apparently she only speaks Spanish. But she basically was saying in the interview that, first of all, her husband's not going to survive this attack. That it's just too severe and he's old. But she also was claiming that the attacker was yelling at the victim, calling him a pedophile, and that she was even a pedophile. So she may have witnessed it.
The doctor don't give me any he said he don't have any hope.
¿Que no tiene qué?
No tiene esperanza, nada, que está muy malo mi marido.
Vale. ¿Qué necesita María?
También un hombre se paró aquí, me dijo, yo te voy a matar, y luego lo acusa de pedófilo, de todo, lo está acusando igual que a Trump, ¿eh?
¿A tu esposo?
A mi esposo pedófilo, y a mí también me han ofendido, no mucho, pero a mi esposo más. Porque yo no les digo nada, o sea, yo no discuto, cuando yo estoy en la calle nada más enseño un cartelón, no es mi problema problema si ellos no leen, o sea, si ellos no quieren leer, es problema de ellos, o sea, yo no estoy hablando, no estoy haciendo uso de mi free speech.
It's uncalled for no matter what side of the spectrum you're on. But the one thing that I noticed, and I spoke about it earlier, is that when it comes to the left versus right in this country, if you're pro-Trump, you're pro-right, whatever, the first thing the left do is they call you out and call you a pedo lover. And they say all kinds of nasty things and they attack. They have a tendency to be very violent. And they don't care about their actions. But they'll call you a fascist. They'll call you a pedo lover, because they say that President Trump is a pedophile, even though it's never been proved. So it just blows me away that this old man's attacked because he had American flags on his property, plus a couple of banners about pro-Trump. You'll see his flag in the video that had American flags flying from it. And the video was taken by, I want to say former coworker from On Scene TV. And I say former because I went into semi-retirement last June, almost a year ago. And I worked for On Scene TV, and we did breaking news. And I still do occasionally if it's nearby me. But he shot the video, and it just blows me away that the crap that's out there. And of course, this came the very day after the shooting at the mosque. And that also happened in San Diego County. 3 people were killed, and they had their funeral yesterday and had quite a bit of a crowd attending the funeral. And again, it comes down to hatred. The 2 suspects, it's now come out that the 18-year-old, and I believe his name was also Khalib, he apparently he came out of a mental institution the day before. And his mother or grandparents were saying that he was on the autism spectrum. And his 17-year-old buddy, that was also one of the killers, who knows what his issue was, but they were radicalized online apparently. It turns out the security officer that helped save all those kids at that school, well, it turns out he was kind of an extremist. It's come out on social media that he was very much an anti-Semite, and he may have been converted to becoming a Muslim. His real name was Brian Climax, according to the police. Well, I don't want to see kids hurt. And I honestly believe that Islam, the way that it's being portrayed, the jihadis, they don't belong here. And they're now, they've tried taking over Europe. They're being thrown out now. And they've claimed that they're going to come and try to take over the United States and Canada and Russia. They don't come here for a better life. They don't come to the United States to assimilate. They come here to take over. And right now, I thought it was kind of funny. It's sad, but it's funny. There's a small town in Michigan where the Muslims have completely taken over the city council and the mayor. And all the liberals were extremely happy. Diversity, this is good. It's a good thing these people have taken over. The first thing they did, they voted on, they banned the pride gay flag in the city. Can't be flown anymore. Okay. And then also in Michigan, in Dearborn, they're demanding that the Christian churches no longer play their church bells because it's interfering with their call to prayer that they do 5 frickin' times a day. They also are saying that people shouldn't walk their dogs because Muslims don't like dogs. And there shouldn't be any dog parks. And I mean, it's just one thing after another. They're demanding all food be halal. And, the Jewish people have their kosher food, but they don't demand that everybody eat kosher. So they wonder why they're hated when they come to the Western countries. They don't come here for a better life. They come here to take over because that's what they think they have to do is take over the world. And in the Quran, they're allowed to lie to your face to get their ways. They're allowed to steal from you to get their ways. And pretty much it's them versus us. So I know that this opinion is not going to be popular with some people, but I don't really care. Am I an Islamophobe? Yes. Do I want to see kids hurt no matter what religion they are? No. I understand the anger that people are showing towards Islam. I understand it completely. Should there be violence? No. Should they leave? Yeah. Anyways, folks, that's my opinion. What's yours? Hit the like button, hit the dislike button, leave a comment. I want to hear from you. It's Memorial Day weekend. Please don't say thank you to us veterans that are alive. That's what Veterans Day is for. This is the weekend while you're sitting at the beach having a family picnic and having a good time. This is the weekend, and especially on Monday, please stop and remember those that died for our flag, those that died in combat serving our country. Hell, say the Pledge of Allegiance. Be proud, America. You folks take care.